And hollering as Ding makes it 2-2. It's a lively atmosphere, isn't it, in here this evening? Which is good. That's what you want, as long as it doesn't sort of go overboard. Been a long here in China to get top-level snooker back. We saw Shanghai was well attended, and same so far here today.
And definitely the closer certainly adds to the atmosphere.
Needs a good cue ball here. Tap on the table from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, that kind of safety figure of 8 where you swing around. Again, always been the strength of Ken's game. And as a bonus with the green left hand side, otherwise Ronnie would have played off that up and down. So great safety shot there. Oh, one-sided Ronnie. Missed it by a long way. Looked like he even hit the red on the wrong side. So Ken, with that excellent save shot, has created an opportunity.
4th birthday last month, but this is a late present, isn't it, from O'Sullivan? And this, you've got to try and do something here to try and turn this match around. It's a great chance.
Yeah, Ken, with his great tactical knowledge, he's always going to be able to create chances. But the last few years, just not quite as clinical as he once was. Should have had something nice in this difficult yellow.
Oh, massive shot. Well, not playing it. It looked like he was gearing up for it at first, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was tempted all right, but 3-1 down. To walk away from that one, whilst he has been positive during the match. It's a fine line. And again, he felt if he went for it, missed, leave Ronnie in. And he can back himself to create the next chance. But even if you're playing excellent safety, if you're not capitalising the chances when you create them, ultimately you'll get beaten anyway. Yeah, that red on the left hand side makes it quite easy for Ken to play safety off the table. Played that very well again, swinging the wide around. Both players very anxious to get the white over on that right-hand side of the table. Makes the safety a lot harder, as most of the balls are on that side. But yeah, I think we'll see Ken play off the red to the left. Put the white similar position to where it is now. And getting that cover on the green stops Ronnie playing a similar. Important little battle here in this frame. The black's open, reds are open. You feel whoever puts them. And Ronnie just coming down to see if he plays a dump shot and leaves the white ball down this end. Where's the safest place? Well, even if he played a dump shot and maybe leaving that red, that troublesome red, by playing on it, he's took that out of the equation. That's left Ken a tempter across the table. Not going to be tempted. I think first Ken was going to play it, playing ball, just pot it, but then he realised it was a natural. That's why he raised up the butt of the cue and played a good safety shot there. Good length on the white. It was an interesting shot, the last one. Actually did leave Ken a difficult pot as a tempter.
This is the thing, though, isn't it? O'Sullivan, you know, such a great tactical player to it. And he's won that little standoff. Table's gone not great, though, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, that black's now tied up. It was, anyway. Yeah, beautiful pot.
Well, it's made a big difference. Black's available, so this is certainly some sort of scoring chance.
And of course, even if he does, he makes a 40-50 break, you've got a big lead, and chances are the remaining reds and some colour. A big lead.
4.
And kind of situation where you just kind of mind your business, try and pick off these open reds. As the break's on 30 or 40, then you're looking to leave the white in position over towards the right hand cushion. You probably have options of reds.
12. 13.
And that's the danger playing Ronnie. You'd say Ken slightly mishit a safety shot. And again, that could be the frame gone. Slightly awkward queuing now. Bridging over. Fantastic shot there. Cued it lovely and smoothly, and was able to generate the power, considering quite a long bridge. Last week in Brentwood.
Yeah, I mean, but I think last week so much of the talk seemed to be about this week and how people were going to get out here.
35.
And that was, I think, on his mind a little bit as well.
Yeah, during that match against Zhang An, the 2-all combination of the crowd, and this is a tip. You just got a sense Ronnie was kind of thinking, look, if I did lose here, it's not so bad. I can get over to China sooner.
43.
An opportunity to get his tip changed.
Took the opportunity there.
Yeah, but there's a calmness about his demeanour that wasn't there in Brentwood.
48.
You feel if Ronnie, if he brings the sense that the rest are playing for second.
Well, the frame certainly not over. 35 points in it.
Only offside one.
Useful lead with the balls where they are. On for O'Sullivan. Of course, the difference for him is he doesn't need the ultra safe. So the scoreline is shaping up to be a little one-sided. The match itself hasn't been. I mean, Ken Doherty's had a lot of table time, but just not able to kind of. Sullivan needs a couple of reds here for a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, from Ken's perspective, we feared that losing that third frame could prove pivotal, and sure enough, it has. You wouldn't say Ken's got any worse, but just Ronnie's got stronger, playing that little bit sharper.
14.
Yeah, and highly focused again, as he will be on this red because it's frame ball. And in it goes. So O'Sullivan will need one more frame and he'll be through to the last 64 to take on Mark Davis. He's in the same half of the draw as the likes of Neil Robertson, Mark Allen, Ali Carter, Jack Lazowski. The plant does not go in. 57 in it. Ken's going to have a look here. Pop the first red. Try and get Snooker's on the last red. Which she's now out of the pocket. He's got to keep the red out. Yeah, sponsored by Panda Club, this tournament. I suppose we can say it's all happening in black and white, to use a well-known old phrase.
Yeah, be anxious to try and somehow keep this red out. Won't be easy to keep it out and try and get it safe. But you feel if he just pots it and gets a black, you need far too many snookers, with the chance of the valuable free ball gone as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gasp there, but he was trying to keep the red out. That was the whole point. Seems unlikely he's going to win the frame, but you've got to give it a go, otherwise it is 4-1 and very probably not going to be your day from there.
Yeah, and of course, if anybody could do it in this situation. Ken's
Higgins, who obviously was Very exciting player, but also a terrific safety player. He had to be in the 70s against those guys, Reardon and Spencer and Charlton.
Apart from also the deficit, just where the other balls are. You always feel if the black at least is on its spot, it's always a better chance.
Well, that ends that. So O'Sullivan will be one away from round 2. He said before the season began he was going to target China this season. That's where his focus was going to be. He's won the first tournament here, Shanghai Masters, and he's looking a good thing to advance to round 2 of the second, the Wuhan Open. So Ken Doherty with it all to do, trailing 4-1. In frame 6 of a possible 9, but of course O'Sullivan only needs 1 to beat Doherty here and go through to round 2. 4-1. Just been given a few too many chances so far. And also his own safety game has been good. That's the other side of it.
Here, Ronnie just came around to have a look, see how thin a clip it was on the red, and also what his bridging he'd be like, but felt it was a bit too risky. You'd expect Ken, though, playing the same shot again, will be able to judge the pace. I'm surprised if he left a pot on for Ronnie after the shot. Go back again. And quite a big target to hit those reds and not leave a red on. Of course, Ken will probably play a different shot now because the red's on the right hand side, you can see full ball. So should be getting a warning.
Yes, of course, he was the first ever beneficiary, wasn't he, of the frame awarded. Steve Davis missed 3 times at the Irish Masters. It was the deciding frame, 4 each. Missed 3 times, that was it, match over. Back in the mists of time. Got to hit one this time.
Yeah, quite careless there to leave that red over the middle pocket. Playing the dump shot, he was going to leave the red that's below the black as a possibility, but that was missable, whereas obviously the red he's left. Again, the last thing he wanted Ronnie on the brink was to give him such an easy starter, and again with the balls nicely open. Again, every chance we'll see Ronnie make a break here. Looking to pick off the open reds and at some point get an opportunity to go into the rest of them and get them open. As he's walking around the table, never takes his eyes off the table, watching everything. Doesn't miss a trick, working out where the balls are, which is the crucial shot to get on, and try and get on that crucial ball as soon as possible.
23.
It's funny, isn't it, that Brentwood's a relatively short drive from where he lives in Essex. He wasn't necessarily as up for that event as this one, which is thousands of miles and a couple of flights. He looks on it here on day one of the Wuhan Open. Well, he's got the reds into play, so this black almost feels like match ball. It's not quite, but if he pots it, surely it's going to be his day. And in it goes. He's playing well here. So you're never quite sure. Travelling. He's had trouble with the tennis elbow as well. The tip, all that stuff. You're never quite sure. But he's brought it all together today. That third frame, Ken Doherty will look back on as a chance definitely to take the lead. But it seems right now, here in China, when we come over for these tournaments, Ronnie O'Sullivan really is the man to beat.
63.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought at 2-1. The 5-1 defeat looks like all because it went 2-1. Again, Ken needed to land some blows early, keep in touch.
70.
It wasn't terrible mistakes by Ken, just could have been a little bit more clinical. But just playing O'Sullivan in this form, it proved to be so important. You could play plenty of matches, make a lot more mistakes and still win. Just any mistake against Ronnie in this form just seems to be magnified.
76.
And again, similar to the frame, to go 3-1. His break building, as I said earlier, is like an art form. How he goes about it, picks off the open reds, finds a position to open the rest of them, and then from there, his immaculate cue ball control does the rest. Brilliant.
83.
No century. But the frame and the match came to a rather swift end there. 82 in the last. 3 breaks in the 80s from O'Sullivan. And the match just got away from Ken Doherty. So Ronnie O'Sullivan, to the delight of this crowd, they're scrambling for autographs and pictures already. He's into the last 64. He'll play Mark Davis, another veteran, in round 2 tomorrow. And whenever he plays, wherever he plays, there's always a great excitement. And you can see there the fans, they were hoping for a few autographs. They might get them later maybe at the venue.